Alright, so as part of my foray into the new RTS Sanctuary Shattered Sun, I am playing Sanctuary Shattered Sun, the new RTS. This is a 2v2. On my team is somebody called Z Emperor. I can't remember what the other two guys are called. I think one of them's called like Peter or something, or it might be Pete. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so if you're not familiar, the way this game works is it's like Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. If you're not familiar with the way that game works, we have two resources. They're in the bottom right. Energy and alloy. Alloy you get from building metal extractors on these points all over the map. Okay, so that's map control is important because that's one of your resources. So you build the thing on top of it and then it gathers it. Energy you build from just building power stations. You can build those anywhere, and there are different types of units. You know, tanks, missile launchers, whatever, anti-air. The game is still in its Kickstarter, so like air isn't in the game and so on. And there are three different factions. Amazon delivery robots, I think they're called the Guard. Chosen. They're like whatever, technological master race, whatever. And Earth. Right, Earth Defense Alliance or something it's called. So yeah, and you build factories, factories build units, units build resource generation, more resources, more units, more resources, more units. So it scales a lot faster than Wano. You get loads and loads of units because, you know, you're limited by your how fast you can click, and you'll get more units, unlike in Wano where you just get a certain number of units and that's whatever. This game you'll get more units if you build more units, so it's like exponential in its growth. You're limited mostly by your own macro, micro, can't click fast enough, whatever. So I can't click very fast because this game's still in its Kickstarter. I'm sorry it keeps the sound goes, that's just because I'm alt-tabbing. And yeah, the scale's huge, so you spend most of your time looking at the icons. I appreciate that the icons are quite small. I have asked them about that because when I'm zoomed out, you can't really see what's going on. See like some red things attack some other red things and so on, so that can be frustrating. So we've built some raiders here, right, little critters, and then a scout with it. So the scout has a detection range, so you can see what's going on. And the point is we're going to go try and blow up the enemy base at the start. So the scout will give us additional vision. That guy is queuing up buildings, that's why those are all disappearing. And yeah, we're power capped because I'm stupid. So it's a streaming economy, not a... So you don't get 260 points a minute you spend it on a tank. You get an income every minute from the amount of... every second from the amount of power and whatever metal extractors you have on the map. Alloy extractors, I think they're called in this. And if you've only got so much power and you're trying to build more than that, it will split it between them. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it because I have to click all the buttons and I'm not very good at the game, so clicking the buttons is hard. So let's say I have some income of okay, so they've already set up there. Alright. Let's say I'm making 20 metal a second and I'm trying to build things worth whatever 50 metal. It will divide it, but I'm trying to build two different things and I've got two different builders or whatever. It will divide it equally as long as the builders are of the same level and so on. So yeah, it's a streaming economy, not a pay up front kind of economy. So I really enjoy it. The game it's most similar to is Forged Alliance, Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. So if you're not familiar with what that is, I do recommend checking it out. But this is free, the demo's free, so you can try that. And it's got some campaign missions and stuff. The multiplayer obviously is going to be like really sweaty, but that I'm down for that. So okay, so we found the point is to blow up their metal thing. So we saw that he had something here because it killed me. So I'm going to go around and blow up the other ones. And you can put little turrets, so we can see him on the radar before we see him visually, right? And that's the advantage of the scout. That's why you bring the scout. One can assume he also has a scout, otherwise you know, what's going on there. So after a while, you want to stop building the raiders and tech into the actual tanks. There are multiple tiers of units, tiers 1 to 5. Obviously, the the tier 5 stuff is like super expensive experimental units that are actually massive, right? Because right now you're like, I can't see anything, and that's fair enough, right? But you can also dodge by microing, so micro is important. Well, so I think they said they wanted to sort of nerf that a bit so that it's not just about, oh, I clicked fast, I won. So that's apparently on its way out. They're going to basically like make the units respond to the command slightly slower, or make the prediction better. I don't know how they're going to do it. But you can also upgrade your metal extractors, right? So let's say you have a, you know, one of these. You can just press upgrade on it, and it'll then produce more metal after it's spent some time not producing any metal. So. And look, so I'm going to build a radar here so I can see. And yeah, so there are 3 tiers of like proper units, right, tanks, whatever, and then tier 4 and tier 5 are the experimentals. So they're the you know, the massive robots. Hopefully we get to those, but in the smaller games you tend not to get to those because somebody dies. You lose a game if your commander dies. Just keep that in mind. So this guy, if he dies, I lose. He has like this funny dash ability. I don't know if I do it in the base, I'm not sure if it'll just kill him or something, so I don't really want to press that. I don't know if it'll just blow up everything around it, but you see how useful this radar is, right? So we can tell what it is in the fog of war. Apparently that's not supposed to be the case. It's just supposed to be an icon, and then you'd send like an air scout or something. Air scouts aren't in the game yet, so... but yeah, it looks like they've got a lot of the metal on the map, so... we need to capture stuff, and if this guy's going to sit about and just build towers, then I might as well go try and help my teammate, you know, just because it's a team game. So I figure, you know, if he's expecting, oh, we'll just sit here and watch each other, and then I go help my teammate, then hopefully we could break through here. But I don't know if there's no way to type yet. Like, you can get like Discord calls or whatever, but you can't chat in game. So I don't know if he's aware of the fact that, you know, I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, I guess not, because he's not backing me up. So yeah, sooner or later you go for a tier 2 factory, you build a tier 2 engineer, and then that lets you build tier 2 units, which are better than tier 1 units. Like so these are like little towers that defend points. I'm the future faction, so it looks dumb. The other factions look cooler, but they are strong. So yeah, he's noticing, and he's coming for me. So right, we've got a tier 2 guy out, and we can build tier 2 energy generators, which generate a lot more, and they're bigger, right? And you can also build you know, different types of units. So like raiders. I'm not sure what drone carrier is. I'm not sure it does anything at the moment. That one, I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. So just keep that in mind. And the idea is, yeah, you just keep probing, and keep expanding. Right now, I'm not very good at the game, so look, I can build an artillery piece and try and hit all these. That's the power of the tier 2. But then they'll run at me, right? So I'll just build that there. And maybe I'm the first guy to tech up, maybe I'm not. Oh no, go help my teammate. No, he's tier 2. He's tier 2. So I'm running out of metal. Like you see, I'm behind on my metal. So are these mine? So yeah, you see the artillery firing and so on. Different types of units. It's cool. I really enjoy it. I don't know how good it is to watch, given that you're just watching a bunch of... because to zoom in is to lose, much like Wano. So you're looking at icons, right? So he's mainly gone for artillery, but my teammate, I mean, or at least his front line all died, and all that's left is artillery. No, I'm being counter-pushed now because of the... Well, I don't know, this ain't good for me. Oh no, he came up there and sorted me out. Well, that's life, innit? So, I've got some tier 1 point defense. I need some tier 2 stuff. Admittedly, at the moment, it's kind of hard to tell the difference. There's just like these tiny little pips below it. I've asked them for a way to make the icons bigger. You can make the UI bigger, but you can't make the icons bigger. Yeah, I don't know. It seems we're getting outscaled a little. So you can upgrade your existing metal extractors, which is worth doing. It'll take some metal for a bit, but then it'll give you more. So, if you need to keep up on the metal. Like this guy, he's got 2 extra metal up there because those are the ones that whatever. So, right, where's the RT? Try and clear him off that point with the RT. So I've got tier 2 stuff out now as well. Are you just building engineers? Don't really need those anymore. I mean, I've got enough. You only need 1 tier 2 engineer, and then the tier 1 engineers can assist. So yeah, I've got enough power, but I'm like severely metal capped or alloy capped, so that's bad. Did I build the artillery? I did not. So yeah, he's got tier 2 clearly because he's just built a shield. So, and now he's building a factory there. So yeah, I mean, we need to go clear him out from up there. And in the meantime, I'll admit, these icons really have to get bigger, man. It's really hard to see what's going on. Can't see anything. Just need more tanks and artillery and so on. So yeah, now he's building tier 2 artillery. I can see it being built, so... Can this hit that? Guess not. So... The issue is he's built the shield first, which makes sense, right? The force shield, right? So he has to push me now because I've got RT up, so... I'm not sure what that's shooting at. So yeah, he's built the shields first, which means... So when his RT fires, well, this is gonna die, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling outproduced. I think our opponents might be a little better than us. So this is tier 2 point defense. So he really doesn't want to be anywhere near that. So he's going around because of course he is. So grab that metal and leave. And in the meantime, I'm trying to take out the stuff he's got up there, but yeah, I need more metal. I just always need more metal. It's something. So I probably don't need to build any more power right now. And shields drain power, so if you run out of power, all your shields go down, you die. Also, as you can see, so like some of those are missing me because of the way I'm moving. So that's annoying. So yeah, the shield is now charging up. You need to take out that artillery, my friend. That shield apparently can build. I'm not sure what's going on there. Not sure what's going on there. So yeah, I don't know about this. I think we might be in a spot of bother. Seems fairly even, I suppose. Oh, isn't there a... Guess I get him around there and then... Great. So just keep building that RT. I really need you to destroy the enemy RT, mate. Why isn't the shield on? I built an engineering station instead of a shield. Okay, well that's not good. Because now I have nothing to stop the incoming artillery. Because I built an engineering... That's why it was building. That's why it was helping to build. I'm so stupid. I just... Well, the engineering station's like a big builder, but it can't move. So it builds stuff fast. But keep in mind, if you don't have the metal, it's not going to build stuff fast, so... yeah, that was a bit silly of me, really. Anyway, this is looking mighty juicy over here. You can shift Q orders and stuff, right? And I will continue to build the artillery and just try and kill the enemy RT. That's mainly what I'm about right now. Whoops. Oh, I didn't finish that one. I'm very bad. I'm very bad. I'm very bad. So, Probably need another land factory, like a tier 2 land factory, because we've been building all this arty, and in the meantime, you know, the enemy's building frontline, we're just going to die. I don't think he has, but so far... Ah, he got one of my arty pieces. I've been trying to kill his artillery, but... Oh no, I think I got it. I think we traded, maybe. Yeah, okay. So that's cool. So those are tier 1 point defense. And so we'll just run at him, and we should get him. And look at this. He didn't put anything here. He didn't put... Well, I mean, this is his base, so... I guess there's stuff there by default. So yeah, you can run inside the shield, but obviously you can't shoot this until you take out the shield. So maybe I should have waited a bit longer, but... what can I say? I'm a lazy boy. So, for now, I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling a bit better about this now. Right? It looks like we're going to be taking this out, maybe. We need to build more. Always be building. Always be building. So, yeah, some people find these games very stressful because of the amount of building you have to always be doing. Remember, if we run out of power, that shield goes down. So we took a big chunk out of his base there, so that's cool. This guy, I don't know, he just doesn't want to build that. Or maybe he can't. Maybe he just keeps getting blown up, right? That's obviously a possibility. So he's coming for me, but the shield's here, so... This thing is like a raider, so it's faster than a tank, I suppose. Oh, I see, that's his teammate, so he doesn't know about the shield, I suppose. So yeah, if we can draw aggro a bit, that's good. That's good for us. We're very capped on alloy or metal or whatever you want to call it, so... So what you can do is like hotkey all your factories and then just switch your factories off. That'll give you... obviously they'll all stop using metal, so... I mean, we're still capped on the metal, but it's less than it was before, which means we can prioritize upgrades. Upgrades to the metal plants, right? So like this. So if I upgrade that, then it'll produce more. Only a bit more, but it is more is more, right? So where's the... So this artillery... Can it... Why isn't it shooting that? I don't... No, the factory, mate. The factory, mate! Maybe it's out of range. It's probably out of range. So... Build another one. A bit closer. So you see that the tier 2 unit beats the tier 1 units. You get some truly massive units, like the tier 4 units, the tier 5 units, they are big. So right now you're just looking at tiny little icons, but the units do get bigger. I do wish the icons were bigger. That was a bit silly of me. I'm not sure why I did that. So, okay, now we can keep upgrading these to tier 2. And I need like a tier 2 factory, man. This is... why do they keep running up there? Am I stupid? I might just be stupid. So I guess I'm just going to creep artillery forwards. That seems to work. Oh, my teammate, he's dying. Big fan of the artillery, I suppose. But look, if he isn't going to build that, I'm going to build it, because we need that metal to win for the war effort. So, right, get this up. And, yeah, just keep building the RT. We do need to upgrade our metal. You can upgrade them to tier 3, but I think that costs a lot more. He says as he immediately does it without a care in the world. So we could use... Well, build that and then build a tier 2 factory to upgrade to tier 3. And that'll help us, but this is looking pretty good. I think we got him with the arty, basically. And you know, when we came and killed this and this, I think we just sort of outproduced him. I've had a bit more time to play this in the last couple of days, so... Well, today, and in the last test, which was a few days ago. I think it was mainly just the arty. I got the arty up before him, we were both just sat there, and my arty killed his arty, and then, well, then my arty is going to kill everything else, because now we can't do anything about it, so... Let's, Well, we'll just come and clear these out. So yeah, the full game, once they finish making it, will have, you know, air and so on. I'm not sure how big the radar range is. The sun is in my eyes. Oh, I don't want to go outside. Yeah, exactly. So, if you... The game scales quite quickly, right? You're limited mainly by your own intelligence, so... I want to build the funny experimental, but will I throw the game if I try and build it? I just want to kind of set up shop out here and build the funny experimental. But, yeah, I mean, at some point, like, once you've got, like, 60% of the map, I feel like you kind of won. At least at the moment, because they haven't put in the air units or, like, the nuclear weapons or anything. So, if it's just about spamming ground units out... well, we say spamming, they do, some of them counter each other and stuff like that, but... If it is about spamming out the ground units, then... Right, my Amazon parcel's about to arrive, I gotta finish this on. There'll be no experimentals, I'm afraid. There will be no mercy. So I got... His is mainly tier 1. So you can just spam tier 1, right, if you want. He's going for the engineers! So yeah, I'm learning the hotkeys as well, which is how I'm able to place the correct buildings without clicking down here at the bottom, which my lovely face covers. So yeah, they've got a Kickstarter up at the moment. It has been funded, but there's like stretch goals and stuff. And the demo is free. And the demo, they unlock the multiplayer for like 24 hours at a time, once every so often, so... so we out here trying to get a tier 3 up. Whoops. I think I'm gonna have to finish this off. My package is 8 stops away, bro. I gotta get... This happened last time as well. It's 7 stops away. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. He's killing me though. Alright, we're just gonna have to go for the T3 tanks, I'm afraid, instead of going for the engineers or whatever. So yeah, you can build like tier 2, tier 3 energy generation, things like that. This is a tier 2 one, I need the energy really, so... Right, so yeah, I need to upgrade these, but then they're not producing metal while they upgrade, so... So yeah, let's try and kill everybody. So these PD, I don't know if they're a bit too strong at the moment, but basically you're supposed to... they're pushing me out. I don't know if I can do this before the Amazon part is 6 stops away. I'm going to have to just leave for a bit and hopefully not die in the meantime. Can you just not build on that one? Well, you specifically can't because you are dead. You know, in general, I think it is possible. So, yeah, we're just spamming out the tier 3 tanks now. And you can get like mobile artillery and sniper bots, which is like direct fire, long range, right? Whereas a mobile artillery is, you know, howitzer. So I'm not sure which one's better. I build the artillery because it just seems better. But the sniper bot's probably better if you've got clear line of sight. Come on, tier 3, get in there. So yeah, I guess we could... he's got tier 2 mobile artillery, that's basically what that is, so... But yeah, if my teammate can... Because if I'm fighting this guy, then if my teammate can go blow up his base, that would be cool. While he's fighting me. Okay, so this guy's built tier 2 artillery back there, because look, it's shooting me, so... Or something's shooting me. So yeah, you can dodge these, especially the artillery ones. I mean, if you just wiggle a little bit, you know. Although they do have splash and so on, so... Right. Where are the engineers? We need more. Let's start on the tier 2. Ares bot. Bot hover. 18,000. 15,000. What's the cheapest one? These are the same, but the Ares has more HP. Okay. Get the more HP one, I suppose. Right, we are running out of energy again, so we need I need a tier 2 energy gem, because the tier 3 one's just too expensive. Right, I appreciate it's probably better, but it's probably a lot better to justify the investment and go in tier 3. It says it's 6 stops away, but he's outside my door. Maybe my next door neighbor has a package. Right, we're gonna have to do some setting up. Because when the guy arrives, obviously I'm gonna have to go, and hopefully the game doesn't just end while I'm not here. I mean, that has happened before. It has happened to me before. I don't know how long that Ares thing is going to take to make. Because what they do sometimes is they don't update the thing on their app, so they'll just drop off a bunch of orders, and then but they haven't updated the thing on the app. So the thing on the app will say, "Hey, man, it's 6 stops away," but actually it's not. It's actually like it's going down now. It's 5 away. He's only around the corner. Oh, this is Fubo, man. I shouldn't have launched into the game. Yeah, I should have prioritized a bit better, but you know, what can you do, eh? So yeah, once you take ground, you put the PDs in, and that seems reasonably effective, but the artillery outranges the PDs, so it's just gone off the grid. No, he's still 5 stops away. Right, so that's the enemy commander. So that's what we want to go kill. I've got the tier 3 tanks now. They're a bit bigger, a bit beefier. But yeah, it'd be cool if the icons were like larger, because they do have a little gold thing underneath them. I don't even know if you can see that. But I mean, like, the tier 3 icon should be larger. In general, I think all the icons should be larger. But specifically the tier 3 icons. Right. So this is, if you kill the commander, you win. I mean, it'll kill all of his units, because the commander is like you, the player, right? That's kind of the idea, so for whatever reason, they don't want to focus the commander, they want to shoot the buildings. I mean, you would think there'd be a certain level of intelligence here, but when you kill him, he explodes, so you don't want to be near him when he goes off. Yeah, I just lost a big chunk of my army there. So now we should be sorted, right? Just keep persisting this. I guess this is never getting built. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But yeah, it was. It's just about expand, 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 expand. Whoever can expand faster, you know. But if you invest too much in your economy and not enough in your army, you die. And that's the big difference between games like this and games like Wano and Broken Arrow, which of course this channel is primarily focused on. In Wano and Broken Arrow, you know, your income is fixed, right? Things like Company of Heroes, I know if you control the map you get more, but generally, you know, there's not a decision between spend money now or spend money later. Spend money to invest in resources or spend it in army. It's just army, for the most part. So this comm will be up here somewhere, I just don't know where. Where it could possibly be. Guess we could go build a radar here or something. Unless it's down here, but... There, we got him. Now I can get my earphones, which I bought off Amazon. Yeah, that's Sanctuary Shattered Sun. The demo's free, so you can test it out. The campaign is obviously a bit more campaigny, and there's like tutorials and stuff. It's not just mega sweat team games. But anyway, that's all there is to it. If you want to see more, it'll be linked in the description. Have a lovely day.